All right, welcome everyone. In a world that's just being totally reshaped by AI, it's so easy to get stuck just analyzing things, right? But what if we could do more? Today, we're going to talk about making that leap, that shift from just understanding what's happening to actually shaping the future of our companies. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with this quote because it really cuts right to the chase. The difference between analysis and strategy is choice. Just let that sink in for a second. It's not about who has the most data or writes the longest report. It's about having the clarity and, honestly, the guts to make a real decision based on what you know. And this is a great way to think about it. Analysis, well, that's like looking at the scoreboard at halftime. It tells you what's happening, the score, the stats, all of it. But strategy? That's the game plan you draw up in the locker room for the second half. It's not passive, it's active. It's how you're actually going to go out there and win. And that's our whole focus today.
Okay, how do we actually build that winning game plan? You might think it's some super complex 100-point checklist, but it's not. It all starts with a foundation that's actually surprisingly simple and really powerful.
And here it is, the magic number, 2 or 3. Yeah, you heard that right. The most effective, the most resilient strategies out there, they don't try to be everything to everyone. They rest on just 2 or 3 core pillars. These are your big, focused bets.
So what are these strategic pillars anyway? Well, they're the big fundamental choices you make. Things like where you're going to focus your energy, how you're going to compete, and what special capabilities you need to build. The whole point is to create a spot in the market that's not just unique, but, and this is key, defensible, something that your competitors can't just copy. These aren't little projects. They are the huge decisions that define your entire path.
Okay, let's make this real. In our AI-driven world, what could these pillars look like? Well, maybe you decide we're going to build our own proprietary AI that no one else has. Or, you know what? We're going to focus on creating these incredibly deep customer relationships using unique data. You could even decide to be the responsible AI company, the one everyone trusts. The point is, you have to pick a lane that gives you an edge you can sustain for the long haul.
Now, having these pillars is a great start, but they need something to guide them, right? A North Star that makes sure they're all pulling in the same direction. And that guiding light, that's your strategic vision.
This is the question, the one every single leader needs to be able to answer. And I'm not talking about some vague mission statement you hang on a poster. I mean a crystal clear, compelling picture of the future you are actively trying to build. So ask yourself, what does winning really look like for us in 3 to 5 years? And a really strong vision has these specific pieces. It's got total clarity on where you sit in the market. It calls out the specific things you're going to be known for. It talks about the impact on your customers, what you stand for, and maybe most importantly, what makes you fundamentally different. Look, it has to be ambitious enough to get people excited, but real enough that you can actually achieve it with some serious focus. But, and this is the big reality check, a compelling vision, no matter how beautiful it looks on a slide deck, is just a fantasy without execution. It's just a nice story. And execution, that starts with making some really tough choices. Which brings us to, let's be honest, the hardest part of leadership. It's making those bold, strategic choices and being disciplined enough to accept the trade-offs that come along with them. You know, this is a trap so many companies fall into. They think strategy means doing more. More projects, more features, more initiatives. But it's not. Great strategy is not about doing more stuff. It's about doing things differently. If you spread your resources thin across a dozen good ideas, you're just signing up for mediocrity. Real strategy demands laser focus. And this is where the rubber meets the road. Your strategy is often defined more by what you say no to than what you say yes to. Think about it. Every time you say yes to investing in one of your core pillars, you have to say no to something else. That means turning down those shiny, good, but distracting opportunities. It means consciously deciding not to serve certain customers because they don't fit your strategy. That's what commitment actually looks like in practice.
Right. So these choices aren't just ideas on a whiteboard. They have real-world consequences. They directly tell you what specific capabilities you absolutely must build if you want to execute your vision and win. And you've got to work backwards. It's a simple but powerful flow. Step 1, start with your vision. Step 2, figure out the pillars you need to achieve it. And then, Step 3, determine the exact capabilities required to support those pillars. If you do it this way, you make sure every dollar, every hire, every single bit of effort is directly serving your strategy. No wasted motion. So here it is.
This framework is your practical guide to pull it all together. It walks you through the big questions, taking you from those high-level ideas to a concrete, actionable plan. What's the future of the industry look like? What's our role in it? What are our 2 or 3 big bets? What do we need to build? And maybe the most important box on here, what are we going to say no to? This is how you build a strategy that you can actually go out and do.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. The job of a visionary leader, especially now in the age of AI, isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the clarity to ask the right questions, and then having the courage to make the hard choices. So take a hard look at your own organization. What's the one bold choice you need to make right now to really shape its future? What's yours going to be?